Good morning, everybody. It's Hammer. Today is Friday, June 5th, 2026. Coming to you from Atlanta. Had to find a pretty semi-quiet place to do this. Good morning, Mr. Sean Segaloff. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Just got the text message out, so I'm sure everybody will be joining us in a minute. If you're here this morning, say good morning on this wonderful, lovely Friday day. I, of course, am Hammer, founder of Hammer Solutions, home of great products like Originator Success. Booyah! Right? Reppin' and Grab and Go Social and Rate Sensei. So you want to check those out if you're an originator. Make sure that you see how we can help you to get more business. Remember, you can join me live each and every weekday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Facebook and on YouTube. If you would like to get a quick text reminder, and I know that reminder helps because the numbers go up as soon as I see it hit the text. You can get a text reminder so that you get the links and you get notified so you don't miss a moment of the show at hmmr.io/reminder or use the school QR code down here. Also, you can get our free email lock advice, www.ratelockadvice.com. And you can sign up for our text alerts at www.ratetextalerts.com. So if you're here this morning, say good morning. Let me know you're here. If you're watching the replay, do me a favor. Give me a hashtag replay in the comments. And let's go ahead and let's jump in and get started this morning. We'll see what we got going on. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll go from there. All right. So taking a look here, let me refresh this dashboard. Mortgage-backed securities currently down 31 basis points on the morning. I have not bothered to talk about the jobs data that came out this morning because I really didn't think it was going to have much of an effect. Well, the joke is on me. That is the sole reason that we are seeing this huge drop this morning. You can see it right here. We saw a very strong reaction to the jobs data. I'll go into that jobs data in a little more detail in a minute, but just suffice to say that it came in much, much stronger than expected. And that's why we are seeing mortgage-backed securities lose their mind. 10-year Treasury yield also up quite a bit now, 4.53. Not really a beautiful thing at all. In fact, let me just change this little chart at the bottom here. Let's change that to the 10-year. You can see the reaction. It was the exact same thing that happened. It was a big jump here that did that. Now, here's the reality. I think that this is an overreaction. However, we will see, if it does level out. But that is why we, have basically been in a stance of locking anything closing in the near term, anything that was closing the next few weeks or anything risk averse, because we wanted to avoid problems like this. But I figured we'd get a lot less of a reaction to the jobs data this morning. I did not think it would be that strong. Arguably, the reason that it's so strong is that now, as you see on this headline here, traders pricing in a Fed hike by year's end after strong jobs data. Let's take a look at the Fed futures and see if we've seen much of a difference here. So let me refresh this and let's go to December. Yeah, so we are seeing there actually has been a stronger reaction. So this has been that's annoying. This is now at about 30%, whereas the other day we were at a coin flip. Remember, it was 50% expectation of a rate cut by the end of the year, or that rates would stay the same. So this column right here that I'm showing you, this column is that rates would stay the same, where the Fed funds rate is right now at 3.5 to 3.75, that range. And you could see as these columns go down, these are light to dark, right? So we've got this light column here. This is a month ago. So expectations were that we would see things stay about the same. It was about a 60% expectation. Then it went down to about a 55% expectation about a week ago. Yesterday, it was a hair below 50% right here. And then this morning now, it's barely at about a 30% expectation. There you are. It's barely about a 30%. Hold on, I got to get the camera on because here, people got to see it. Hold on, we'll stop the screen share. There you go. Good morning. Everyone say good morning to Frazier.
What's up, everybody?
Frazier. And
this guy's the best.
Yeah, I'll give you your check later. Good morning to Austin. So anyway, we you're seeing that move with the jobs data. We'll see some recovery though. Don't be in a hurry to lock anything now because of course it's going to affect AM pricing. 30 basis points is. We've gotten used to these kinds of swings, so it's not a live or die, but that is enough to push rates up, possibly up to an eighth, but not just see worse pricing, but see rates get a little bit worse. So, but I think we'll see that recover. we'll get that back, especially if we get the next positive headline about something going on in the Middle East early next week. We'll see recovery to that. So there's certainly no need to panic. I'm going to share the screen again and show you the technicals, and we'll kind of highlight on that and talk about that here. So Control A. All right. So looking at the technicals again, you can see we are right now. It's hitting a floor of support right here. There's this line, right? So you could see where that didn't go where I wanted here. So you can see where this one was below that, and then this one started. This candlestick started here and moved higher, and then that's kind of this is a technical level here. So we should hopefully see a bounce. We are seeing a bounce right here. If you take a look, you can see that. So this little fish hook where things instantaneously went down. It's funny. I don't know what they were expecting to see that much of a change. It was 172,000 jobs created, far exceeding estimates. The revision also for the last 2 months, this is the key, is the revision added 93,000 jobs. Unemployment remained unchanged at 4.3%. So I'm surprised that we're seeing that strong of a reaction to this. I think it's really kind of an overreaction, and we will see a recovery. So job growth topped all forecasts. Non-farm payrolls increased 172,000. Unemployment rate held steady at 4.3%. The participation rate was unchanged at 61.8%. Hiring was led by leisure and hospitality, and the most in more than 3 years, while local government, healthcare, and social assistance also fueled demand. Non-residential construction, the manufacturing sector added jobs, likely reflecting the AI boom, and Treasury sold off. So traders boosted their expectation for a Fed rate hike, with markets fully pricing in a quarter-point increase by the end of the year. And we've known that's where they're going, though. So poor Trump, he's going to be telling Warsh that he needs to cut rates, and there's no way that Warsh is going to convince the rest of the Fed members that they're going to cut rates anytime this year. And he'll do well. It would be a win if he can keep a rate hike off the table. So we'll see where that comes in. But anyway, so great to see all of you this morning. Ron said strong reaction in liquidity is a liquidity play, raising cash for tech IPOs. Yeah, that's a very astute observation. More than my pay raise, or more than my pay grade. So I'll defer to Ron on that one when he says raising cash for the tech IPOs with all this. So we'll see. But as Ron Siegel has said many times, and I also agree 1,000%, is we see a lot of market overreaction. No reason to panic on this one. We'll see it bounce back. I don't think it'll stay this way. So the only thing it really affects is loans closing most immediately. Loans that have time, that close later in June. Today's just a day that you wouldn't want to lock. Don't be in a hurry to lock anything. Also, new commentary: war is over. Maybe not an activity, but markets say this is where we are and deal with it. Yeah, that's. We'll talk more about that next week because I agree with that. I think that we're going to see some more about that as well. So, you think one rate cut at the end of the year? Not a hike, huh? Everyone else, the markets are pricing in a hike. You think we're going to get one rate cut? We'll have to see. So, all right, my friends, I'm going to wrap it up since I am here in Atlanta and just doing a thing. I'm here at TAG, as you can see. So if you're here, come say good morning. Let me know that you watched this morning. So, and if you're not, don't worry about it. But I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.